Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the season finale of season 2 of First and Last. I am Josh, and with me is Joe.
Hey, man.
And Jimmy.
What is up?
And Claire.
Hi.
She's back.
I am. I'm so excited.
Guess
It's been a
who's
long.
back?
It's been a long time.
It really has. We've all been here a lot this season.
Well, lately I've been stealing Joe. To
Or
do
when
stuff.
Joe's gone, you're with him.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really help out.
Hello.
Oh, we just started recording and Jimmy's got to answer a phone call. Wow. That was great. We're going to keep going. Screw him.
Oh, poor Jimmy.
He'll be back in like 3 seconds.
He's got the stats.
Yeah, he's got all the facts.
Well, we have some facts.
Oh.
How was this I mean, you, Claire, how many episodes are you in this season? Do you remember?
Okay.
You don't have any stats?
I did not write down actually how many because I just went and listened through all of them, but I
Yeah.
think it's 6.
You did OC.
Yes.
Malcolm.
Yes.
Will and Grace.
Yes. IT Crowd, Charmed,
Charmed.
Dr. Quinn.
and Dr. Quinn.
Okay. So
Yeah.
yeah, 6.
I was right.
Was that 6? I wasn't even counting when you were just
Yeah.
labeling them off. Your hand went to 5.
I know.
That's
I
why.
only have 5 fingers on this hand.
And this hand had.
I didn't see that one. Cool.
So 6.
Pretty good, though. 6 out of 25.
Yeah. There was like a spurt of me. I slowed down at parts, but hey, anytime you need me, just let me know. I'll keep my Thursdays open.
Mm-hmm.
Easy breezy.
Sweet. Just bring that in. Jimmy just brought in a bag of food, put it on the ground.
I just want you to smell it.
This first part of this podcast is going to be real fast, boys and girls.
So what are we doing today? We watching a show?
Nah.
Okay.
We're done.
We're doing
Gave up.
Today we're doing what we did at the end of season 1. We're doing the First and Lasties,
Cool.
which
The
is
second annual, not annual.
The
First
fir-
and Lasties.
the First and Lasties, the Revenge.
Nice.
So I entitled it.
Didn't you entitle it like last year?
I called this episode the Revenge like 12 weeks ago.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably.
Nice.
It's been a long time.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, no, I've already known what this was going to be for
So
a
we're
very
gonna
long time.
Do
But
a little reminiscing.
we're going to do a little reminiscing, maybe talk about some of our
We don't
favorite
do
shows.
that enough, you know?
We don't reminisce enough. We don't talk about Frasier enough. Is that what you're saying?
You guys have really slowed down on that.
On the Frasier
Aw.
time?
I've missed it,
I haven't
Well, it's
watched
been-
Frasier in a while.
It's been 52 episodes since we did Frasier.
but it's so good.
Fair enough. I mean, it's amazing. But yeah, we're going to talk about what our favorite first and last like show was, like what our favorite one fully is, what our least favorite one is.
Yeah, it was pretty hard for me. I feel like to pick a favorite.
This is a strong season. I
Yeah.
think there was very few shows that had any form of clips in them, really, which was a big positive for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because
You like the music a lot this season.
there's
Great
good
themes.
theme songs
Great themes.
that might come up in one of my awards
Mine
later.
as well.
Oh.
Mine as well.
Well, we might have the same award.
We, all three of us, may have the exact same award.
I bet I know who wins. But we'll wait for that. We'll wait for that.
Yeah.
And yeah, then we all have our own awards that we're going to give out. I actually wrote down what everyone's awards were last year.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So I know what everyone's awards were, which is kind of funny because some of them don't like match. I don't remember exactly who, but Jimmy's awards was Best Child Abuse / Deep Pantsing of a Minor award.
Wow.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have one of those for this season.
Well, I feel like the only show that really fits into would have been like Malcolm in the Middle.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
And I don't even know if that happened in any of the
there any
episodes.
abuse? There's probably some abuse.
There's probably child abuse.
emotional for sure.
There's definitely some crazy stuff that happened in that entire show because I did watch all of it.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Brian-
Dr.
Brian
Quinn, maybe.
Cranston.
Those kids were put to work real early. I don't know.
Just try to figure out which shows
And they
might
had
have
to-
child abuse in them.
And that
different
one kid
time.
was the worst actor. Well, like that, I didn't even think of that, but you hated him.
Oh, the little boy?
And then
He
yeah,
sucked.
yeah.
The
So
little
that
boy
was some
and
child
Dr. Quinn
abuse that we had to
medicine.
watch. That
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty bad.
There's a lot of kids in this season. We had a whole kid month.
We
Yes.
had a whole summer camp.
We had a summer camp this year.
Yeah. Our
Um,
first annual summer camp.
First annual. Well, that's not a thing. First annual is not a thing. Can't be annual when it's the first. Jimmy. It's not how
I mean, it can if we do it every year.
it can be in the second one. Therefore, it becomes
Well,
annual.
Still.
Get me fired up already.
You guys, I can't wait to hear your awards.
And we had a lot of other thing I think we did, and I don't necessarily think we did it intentionally, but we had a lot of shows that had a lot of like strong female leads this season.
Okay.
Heck yeah. I've enjoyed it.
That was intentional, so that Claire would get off our backs.
Well, I feel like everyone's been happier since you guys started.
I mean, there was Sex and the City, Golden Girls, Charmed, Pretty Little Liars, Dr. Quinn, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and if you count it, Will and Grace.
There you go.
It was a joint effort.
I would say.
So those are just, I mean, that was a good chunk of shows that all were female led, which is pretty cool. Buffy's the best one of those,
That's
but
true.
whatever.
That is true.
I just like Buffy.
I know.
She doesn't get any awards for me because I've already seen most of that show, so I didn't want to.
She slays the vampires.
I didn't want to
what can you
pander
say?
to Buffy.
I've heard some things, but I haven't heard the episodes. So.
Well, how dare you come in here? And not
Wasn't
have,
that like the last one?
yeah. It was,
Okay, yeah. You haven't put it out.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Well, we're in the future right now, and it has been out.
Well, I'm sure I'll have thoughts after I listen.
It's fair. I feel like Joe was not as happy about that show as I wanted him to be.
I was sleepy that day.
That's always hard.
Needed a nap.
That's fair. I mean, does anyone have anything they want to like shout out about this? What's our Jimmy stats? I'm really. It's all.
Oh
I wanna
yeah,
know.
I have. Yes, I have my random stats and facts that I pulled. So I did this in the first and lasties. Most played, and this I pulled from since the very beginning. Right.
Okay.
So like it's been counting since.
So
we started.
You're counting season 1 shows in this?
Counting season 1 shows.
Okay.
Most played is last year's First and Lasties.
What?
Yeah. Seriously.
That makes no sense.
It's a hilarious episode.
Our
I'm not gonna lie to you. I laughed out loud quite a bit in my car in traffic. So much so that I was embarrassed, like that people were seeing me right next to me in the car. So
Okay.
I was laughing so hard.
Today I saw a guy playing a flute, like one of those recorder flutes, I think he was
That's called
just
a recorder.
well, but he had like tassels off of it and he was like fully into playing this recorder, but I feel like it was like that.
Was
Like
he driving?
In the car?
yeah, he was driving with his knees. It was really unsafe.
Maybe he was practicing.
Well,
He had a
it
show.
reminded me of what you were just saying because I like looked over and in my head I went, is he just playing this flute so that people laugh at him and like are like, look at that guy, he's over there playing a flute while he's driving. But if I saw you laughing in your car, I'd be like, he must be listening to First and Last, and it's a hilarious show.
Aw.
You know?
You're trying
He
to
must
to
be.
get awards.
So in order to get more listeners, we should just do a First and Lasties like every month.
Yeah. Just do a recap.
Yeah.
Code Geass is a close second right now.
People love the
What?
anime.
Yeah.
For like most listens?
Yeah.
We
What?
It's like 3 behind. It's so close.
Hey,
So-
wait, I mean,
4 people have listened to it by now since I've checked.
it's the only anime show we've done.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I guess season 3 is going to be pretty anime heavy.
Anime month. Anime season.
Anime season. Oh.
Season 3 animes.
Sorry, we're not doing wings for the first episode now. Let's switch to anime. All
We're
anime
doing-
all the time.
A little show called Wingu.
Is that a show?
Probably, that's
I don't
probably
know,
a show.
Wingo.
Do you guys have a guess on what the least?
Stargate SG-1.
The one that's
Still Stargate.
the one that was Sex in the City, but is still titled question mark question mark question mark.
Man, you'd think.
People like a mystery, though.
I had to think about what that was.
I literally had to open it up and play it to remember.
Yeah.
Just yesterday.
I apologize. By the time this comes out, I bet the name will be changed to Sex in the City because I was going to change the name of that episode eventually.
So then that becomes very quickly the highest.
Sex
played.
sells, man. People are just
Yeah.
like, ooh, sex episode.
Sex
I'm in.
sells, city sell. You know, everyone's moving to the city
It's true.
to have sex.
To have sex in it. So okay, what is it?
So the least is Lost in Space.
Oh.
Junkman.
No love for the Junkman
No one likes Stroganoff or Junkmans.
Hey, that's a good episode though.
or the Robinson. That was a fun episode.
A robot kills it.
That was
and someone actually tweeted at us and told us to do it.
That was the one we fucked up and we watched like the unaired pilot, which was like the first like 6 episodes of the
That
first
was
season.
one of my first and lasties last year.
Mhm.
Yeah. And just also looking back, I'm not sure how many of the plays. It didn't look like the stats I was looking at was affected by this, but by our being hacked by Australia, wherever it was.
Australia really liked us this season.
Because like that, if you look at where we've been listened to the most, it says Australia by a gajillion, which is definitely not true.
We're big down under.
Whatever bot,
Mates.
the bots love us.
Okay, but anywhere else?
I mean, the U.S.
America.
is obviously the
No, but
highest
in
the
cities, because
US.
I have been keeping
Oh.
track of cities where we've been listening to,
Oh,
but I
really?
don't. I haven't actually been looking at your data. I've just been talking
I was
to
like,
people.
who's getting you into this data?
It's like people I know.
I looked at by country. I didn't even look at by city.
Like I know we've got listeners in St. Louis. I know we've got listeners
What up,
in
St. Louis?
Cleveland. We've got listeners in Chicago. We've got listeners in Madison. No, yeah.
I don't know.
Joe, do you have anybody else? I'm trying to think, but I try to pay attention to that. You guys don't even. You're just worried about the world. There is a huge map behind Jimmy right now as he's like talking about this.
I'm just worried about
Our global listeners.
our global,
Okay.
global outreach.
USA, number 1.
You know, we already know we're number 1, so
World's
we're trying to
getting
go
smaller,
for the.
Claire. World's getting smaller.
Wow,
There was
it's
some random
terrifying.
countries that we've a listen.
Jimmy's learning geography while
This is
looking
pretty
through
fun.
the countries that listen to us.
Yeah,
That's a great lesson plan idea.
Essentially. Well, whatever. I am really excited to talk about my favorite first and last.
Okay.
Like I really am. Should we take a hot break and come back to that?
Yeah, let's get a word from our sponsors.
Okay.
Cadbury's.
Don't
Except
say
they're not sponsors because we paid them for sandwiches.
Yeah, that's not how that works. All right. Well, hey,
I'm learning.
we'll be back in like 5 seconds, but really we're going to go eat sandwiches and then we're going to come back
We're
and talk
gonna eat sandwiches
about our favorite first and lasts. And we are back from eating our sandwiches, and now we can talk about the best and
How are your
worst.
sandwiches?
Yeah, hopefully you had a
Guys?
sandwich in that
Yeah,
time too.
listeners, how are your sandwiches?
If
In the-
not, catch up. Just shove it down.
Pause the show, eat a sandwich, come back when you're done.
Yeah. Make sure you chew.
We'll wait.
Like right now. We're
Yeah,
gonna-
no.
Have you guys ever seen the Wendy Williams show?
God, no.
Okay, well, I didn't work this summer because I'm a teacher. And I'd catch the Wendy Williams show, and she had this slogan where she'd be like, "And have a snack and come on back." And it just was so great because it was like, go get your snack and then come back after
You're
to
like,
come.
I will.
Is this a kids show?
No, she tells celebrity gossip. So I learned so much because I don't know anything. But apparently she's been on the air for 10 years and I don't really know her.
Never heard of her.
Not impressed.
Wow.
But how many episodes of TV has she watched this summer?
Probably a lot of the Real Housewives because she talks about them a lot.
That's still a show?
She also talked about wrestling, so
It doesn't really seem like this show's geared towards me.
it's definitely not. It's definitely not.
I also don't have TV, so
I mean, this is an antenna TV.
I don't have an antenna
not have
for
an
my
antenna.
TV. So there.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't watch it even if I tried, which I would not try to watch the Wendy Williams.
So you
show.
can't
you
even
could,
catch local news if you unless you get on the internet.
What the fuck am I gonna watch? The 10 o'clock news?
Okay.
Wonder what happened.
What about PBS?
Love it.
No, I can't.
TPT.
I feel really upset for you.
I don't-
You can't watch a Frontline. How are you gonna know about the world?
You could probably Google Frontline and watch a Frontline.
You can,
That's
but
absolutely
you
true.
can also borrow.
You can. Oh, you can.
You can borrow my PBS passport, and then you can watch all the episodes that you want.
What's password?
I forget. It's on something.
Don't tell the world.
Instead of talking about PBS, I'd rather talk about our favorite First and Last.
Yeah.
Let's start with worst.
You want to start with worst?
Oh, yeah, we
okay.
gotta start worst.
Well, Joe, you seem
I'm interested in worst, actually.
Joe, you seem into it, so maybe you should go first.
Okay. Well, are we gonna do a thing where we all just say our worst and then come back from? Because
Yeah.
maybe we have the same worst. So yeah, I had trouble picking the best, but the worst was pretty clear for me. My worst was Big Bad Beetleborgs.
You didn't like all the. Well, we'll get to it.
I definitely had to think about my worst with like Sex in the City. I did not have a good time, and it just didn't like set up a show that I would be interested in. But mine also was Big Bad Beetleborgs.
Nice.
Wow. All right. Did you have one, Claire?
Of
Started
course
hot.
I did, but I only had 6 episodes, so
But
it
it's
was.
Coming up
I have
from
a feeling
last
mine
time
and
was-
yours might be the same one, though.
It probably is because, in
Oh.
fact, I'm a little shocked that
it
Joe's
4C?
isn't mine. I'm a little shocked.
Should we say it at the
'cause-
same time?
Okay, ready?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Dr. Quinn. Oh,
Dr. Quinn was my runner-up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have like a tie.
Yeah, we have a tie. Me and
That's
Claire.
kind of great.
Me and Claire both didn't like Dr. Quinn. And
So what do we do now? We like fight?
Yeah,
Wrestle?
big bad Beetleborg style.
So I mean,
Morphin' time.
Beetleborgs is just bad because the first episode,
Big
like,
bad.
didn't have them actually transforming or fighting any enemies. It was just them walking around a creepy house.
oh, and you met vampire
that.
Jay Leno or whatever.
Yeah.
Wasn't that really early in the season?
The first episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We usually watch
We-
what we do, Claire.
Here on this show.
We usually watch the first episode.
No, I mean
Early
of your
in
show,
this-
of
in
First
the
and
Oh.
Last.
Oh, it was episode 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Of this
this season.
season. Because, yeah, because to be honest, I
I
didn't
thought
go
you were
back.
trying to
Turned
defend
into
Beetleborgs. Like,
instant
well, you gotta watch more of the show. You can't just watch the first episode.
No, I was trying to get a timeline here. Like, I haven't
Claire
listened back
loves-
to that in a minute. It feels like fall when I listen to that pod, and it's
Yeah.
not, well, it's about to be fall. So,
So there
It
were
wasn't
no
that long.
there were no Beetleborgs in the first episode, and then the last
Yeah.
episode.
I actually respected that a little bit.
You like the slow play.
but you hated
Yeah.
the show.
Yeah. So what was your
The-
reasons for
it-
picking
it-
it then?
The end was so bad.
That was in April.
I mean,
by
it
the
was
way.
just
We-
like the
when we did that show.
Okay, so spring, whatever.
Yeah.
the series finale was just like the campy. We're gonna get in all the things that are the toys that we just made, and
That
they
was
just,
the
like,
last episode where
Yeah,
like it
that's
was
what I'm
just
saying.
gajillion toys.
It like the first episode. I was like, okay, quirky, weird Jay Leno guy came out of an organ or something, and they haven't gotten there. It was like a 2-parter, but aired in 2 different days, so we didn't watch the second part. So they didn't get into their stuff
Yeah,
right
they didn't get
away.
their powers yet.
They were in the comic shop at the beginning. I was like hooked, interested. And like it was clear that they were gonna get these like comic because then they asked the guy for the comic book powers at the end, but you don't see it. It's like next on, and then it just ended on a just shit show.
Yeah, it's the only show I think that made me like physically want a bar full watching it. So
Oh.
I, like,
Oh,
Whoa.
yeah, you didn't like the camera.
there's a lot of shaky like moving around
That's
camera.
right.
movements.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. That
Yeah.
was awful.
I was physically ill watching that show. So
Yeah,
you know
it really did make it hard to watch. Yeah.
that put it over the edge over Dr. Quinn.
I think the camera stuff was probably the only part about that show that I like really didn't like.
Mhm.
I was just like, this is too much, and I didn't even notice it that much until after the first episode. Then when you told everyone about it,
Oh,
so then
yeah.
when I watched the last one, I was like, fuck you, Joe, this is awful. So yeah, but so that's why it wasn't my worst one.
Okay.
My worst one, Dr. Quinn with
Dr.
Claire.
Quinn.
Well, and so Claire, it's just me and Claire right now, guys. You stay out of this.
Okay.
I thought the pilot or the first episode of Dr. Quinn was really good.
That's what I wanted to bring up. The pilot that was the TV movie was amazing. It had all of the parts that I want in a show. It had the action, the adventure, the misogyny, etc. in one
That's what you want.
episode.
It was very long though.
I was okay. It didn't
Yeah.
feel that long.
Well, if it's a TV movie,
So this means that the
It's
last
pretty
episode was bad enough that it overwhelmed that.
Absolutely.
It was we said it then and I'll say it now. It was the Stargate of season 2, last episodes, where it was just like nothing about what we liked about the first episode was there at all. She didn't doctor anything.
Yeah.
She
Interesting choice.
she didn't like.
There was nothing of, there's no tomahawks, there's no doctoring, there was nothing, no action, no adventure, no anything.
There wasn't any like cowboy Indian like conflict kind of thing. There wasn't like.
There wasn't really conflict even.
There wasn't any. It was like her adoptive daughter was like trying to decide whether or not to get married and go to school.
No, and then there was the bank thing. Like, oh no.
Yeah, they were buying and selling land like during it. It's just like she wasn't.
It was a terrible way to close out a show.
Yeah,
if I was a fan, I would not want to watch that show.
It wasn't like nothing was concluded. It seemed like they probably had done more stuff before that. They were just kind of hanging out, and it was not even like didn't even feel like a reunion episode even kind of thing. It was just like, oh, some stuff's changing, and I guess we should like buy this land and send our daughter off to Philadelphia so she can go to whatever, but only if she wants to, because if she wants to marry this guy, that's cool. But it like could have like given her the reins, the girl, like her daughter, the reins to like be like, you're the medicine woman now, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have to like allude to having a new show, but it didn't even do that. It was just.
It was more of just like, well, this was a TV show, and we're out.
Yeah. It
was like we watched episode 6, like
it was the
season 2. Like it didn't.
Yeah, it was a middle episode of like a middle season.
Yeah.
And so I was just like,
I'm surprised you're like standing up for it, Joe.
When did I stand up?
Oh, we were over here like,
I
whoa.
love Dr. Quinn. What's
said
her
it was
name? What's that lady's name? Seymour?
Jane
Something?
Seymour?
Oh, yeah.
Seymour. She's the best. She was a Bond woman? A Bond girl?
Was she?
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. She's solitaire.
These are the facts that we didn't get when
I
Jimmy
knew
was
that if I brought this up, he'd have
She's
facts.
solitaire is her Bond girl name, and she's the first Bond girl in the first Roger Moore Bond, which is Live and Let Die, which is also a great Paul McCartney and the Wings song.
There you go, everybody.
That.
All right, we just got copyright strikes. Sweet, thank you.
One an episode.
Oh, God, no. That means like, so we're done in 3. We got 3 episodes, and then we're done. Cool. Well, that one was a lot faster than I thought because we had a 2-way tie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was did not anticipate that.
Very good episodes of the pod though, so go listen to those episodes.
Yeah,
You got
we
really
had a
needed
to watch the show.
You had some fun things about Dr. Quinn when you were just like mad about her having that man crush right away and stuff.
Yeah, they saddled her with a bunch of stuff and just wouldn't let her be a medicine woman, you know?
But he did stick around the whole time. So,
Good for
I mean,
him.
it never mind. I guess you don't care. It's whatever. Well, I mean, should we dive into some superlatives?
Oh, no,
Are we gonna
bests.
do? We gotta do best.
Oh, we do best.
first.
I
I
forgot.
was like,
You
I
don't
was.
wanna- you want to talk about the
I don't
good
want to
shows?
talk about the
Josh
good
didn't
ones.
pick a favorite. He's just like, it was all just bad.
No, I have a favorite, and I have like 2 runners up. Really, it was hard for me to decide.
It was
Oh.
really hard
There
for me
was
to decide.
good shows. Good first and
But
last.
so let's do it again. Joe, you
Yeah.
say what your favorite was.
So yeah, this is like a late breaking decision, but I picked Buffy.
No,
I don't
Oh.
even
Vampire
believe that.
I was sleepy that day,
You didn't.
but it's my favorite first and
God,
last.
He like went back later and watched the first and last.
You were so mad
episode.
about the CG.
you like came home and were like, that show's kind of terrible.
No, I didn't. I probably just said it was fine. I'm sleepy. Don't talk to me.
This is exactly how I felt when we watched West Wing last season, and I feel like everyone was just super sleepy, and I was like super excited to bring it. It was my turn to bring the
It's
episode.
not the worst.
I mean, in all
I'm gonna
fairness,
flip it. Is there a table?
I would have loved that episode. I would have had such a good time with you. I'm sorry I wasn't there.
I watched it again later, and
Jimmy,
it was
if it
great.
makes you feel better,
I
I'm
watched the
still
last
pretty
season.
whatever about West Wing.
it's a great it's a good
You
show.
gotta watch West Wing.
If you just watch like a couple episodes, you're just so hooked forever.
We'll start another podcast called
Then
"Let's
there-
Just Watch a Couple Episodes of TV."
Yeah.
I would do it.
No, but I mean like now that it's post that pod
Yeah,
of that
yeah.
episodes,
yeah.
we've gone back and watched other episodes
Sometimes.
of the shows.
Well,
Frasier, duh.
I should go back and watch more Frasier. Is really what I should do. Jimmy, what's your best?
Probably true. MASH.
All right.
MASH was
Good
my
pick.
best. I'm not supposed to say anything else about it, right?
No, you
Right
just.
at
It
the
sounded
moment?
like you kept wanting to say something.
No,
but
I have
then
stuff to say.
Yeah.
I just
Claire?
trying to hold it back.
I am sticking with my original decision. I was just, pondering.
matters.
It's like when you're at the restaurant and then it's like your turn to order and you might change your. No, I'm ready. I'm gonna say the OC.
Okay.
Ooh.
Not bad. Not bad. I usually make game time decisions a lot at restaurants. I'm like, I want one of these 3 things, and then I'll just wait till
How do
it
you
gets
feel while you do that?
so invigorated. Like
Okay.
I'm living life.
It's the only way
Makes
he
me
feels
so
alive.
nervous.
If possible, I like to say I'll have what he's having. If the person before me just like ordered something that I'm
Yeah.
into.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
I don't like when I'm eating the same thing as someone else when I'm at a restaurant.
They're judging you hard.
I've met so many people like that, and it's so interesting to me.
Just get what you want.
Or like,
now
I
I
met
do.
a
I
guy
used
who
to feel it.
wouldn't. He would not try he would not try anyone else's food because he didn't want to know that theirs was better than what he ordered.
Oh, that's funny.
That
Isn't
just took a turn.
Isn't that nuts?
I know a lot of people that I don't love to try other people's food because it's kind of gross sometimes. I don't know.
Well, sure.
That's like reverse FOMO. He's not afraid of missing out. He's afraid of getting in or something. I don't know.
It's faux FOMO. It's fear of missing out.
Yes, yes.
Mr. FOMO.
I'll wear that T-shirt.
Okay, well, it's my turn to name
Yeah.
my best. And oddly enough, I agree with one of you in this room.
Ooh.
I already forgot what we all said.
Well, don't worry, it's not
Mash.
you.
Mash. Mash.
It's
Mash.
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 Yeah.
It's a good one. That was in my, nominees for sure.
It had to be a really, really good show for us to all of a sudden find out we were going to watch 2 fucking hours of a finale and have it be good and watch it. And we watched the whole thing.
See, I was
It was
a
a
little
marathon.
surprised though that you didn't pick one other show
Which one?
because it was your Frasier of the season.
Oh, Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah, I was a little bit
Oh.
thinking you were gonna do that.
For some reason, I was thinking that was season 1.
Nah, dude. That was
Changing your answer.
No, I'm not changing.
I'm
I'm not changing my answer. Malcolm in the Middle was episode 33.
So
No, and-
one of my season predictions from First and Lasties came true then.
I don't know. Yeah, I think the first episode and the last episode of Malcolm in the Middle were really good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think MASH was a better constructed show. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Well,
felt
mean,
for the
that
characters a little
finale-
bit more, and that finale was crazy, and
Mm-hmm.
there was just a lot going on. I was riveted the whole time, whereas Malcolm in the Middle was funny and good, and I watched the whole of that show, and I didn't watch all the MASH, but
Yeah, the MASH finale is regarded as one of the best finales of all time, and the hype is real. It's even not having seen the show, just watching the finale is pretty good.
yeah.
You guys had a pretty long stint there where you're watching really long shows every week.
We just loved staying up really late on a Thursday while we record.
I felt really great when Jimmy also didn't, or was it you that was I didn't know it was going to be this long or something like that?
I did not know about that.
Because I did that with Dr. Quinn and they were like, oh, you didn't even check it out. And I'm like, Jimmy, who knows all the facts, does it too.
I was so excited because I'd been waiting because it was Fox owned the rights to it, which Hulu bought a big chunk of Fox rights. So late last fall they said it was coming to Hulu, and then it never came, and it never came, and it never came, and finally I saw something scrolling on Instagram or something that MASH finally hit Netflix. And so then I just didn't
Thank God
I didn't
for that
look at
Insta scroll.
runtime. I didn't look at runtime because 2 hours, did not expect that. Although I should have looked. Now I always look because of whatever one you were gonna do, Josh. That it was 3 hours.
Oh,
It was
Walker.
4 hours. Walker, Texas
If we
Rangers.
if we ever do Walker Texas Ranger, we're watching 6 hours of TV.
It's a weekend.
That's a Saturday.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you can't do it on a week. It's not a week. It's not a
That's
weekday.
it's a 2-part episode of First and Last.
It's crazy how long it is. Yeah, we have to watch the first episode before we get together.
Yeah. Any other MASH thoughts?
I don't know. It's just
so
it's
many.
weird. It's hard for me to just. It was just really good. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hawkeye is such a good character.
Alan Alda.
Yeah, Alan Alda.
But in
Yeah.
general, does the show just like really like present like what made it the best first and last episode?
It has. Well, I mean, the show itself has a really good mixture of being really funny. I mean, it's definitely like a lot of it's really potentially inappropriate for like how today's standards are for like comedy and jokes, and it weighs that like against war, so it makes you go like, oh, I kind of understand. It kind of like shows you what comedy is for, to like deal with just awful things, and they like joke about stuff where you're like, you can't make jokes about that.
That's your favorite.
Well, I just don't think anything is off limits when it comes to comedy. I'm not a comedian. I'm not making those jokes. I'm just saying, like, I think if you're offended, you can be offended, but I don't think you like anyone's allowed to be offended by
I know what
anything.
you're saying.
You get what I'm saying. But they do that so it stays consistent, and the feel of the show stayed true both in the first and last episodes. And it just like all the characters, we got to know their scenario in the first one. We really understood what they were going through and where they were. And then the last one, it was like they're still here, and you could just feel how they all wanted to get out and like do some stuff. It was good. It just stayed true to, I feel like, what it presented in the first episode.
And it's a great pilot, and it was a great wrap up. I mean, the war ended, and they went home.
Yeah.
And more than not, a lot of times I feel like if shows make a huge long finale, it's usually crappy. You know?
I feel like I had a moment when I listened to the pod about MASH, because my biggest like connection to MASH was in high school. I was in this thing called the Cappies, where you go watch other high schools and you like critique their theater. And I watched the local high school do MASH as their performance that we went and critiqued. And it was just, awkward high school suburban Cincinnati kids trying to do MASH, and they didn't really understand it. It was a rough time. So like, I think I need to go watch the show, because it's probably better than my memories of MASH.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like high school kids in the early 2000s really probably don't understand the feeling that MASH is trying to convey from wars.
I mean,
like
give them a couple of years though.
Yeah.
Wait till that 2003 hits.
Oh.
I thought you meant like a couple years from now, when we're all in a world war.
Oh my.
And so we all understand war better.
But we'll have a lot of
in
TV
it.
shows to watch.
I don't know.
First
Did you have
and
any
last
more
of.
to say about?
Let's see.
Moosh?
I mean, I did think a kind of a cool thing happened. Like you said, that it kept like the feel throughout. But the first episode, I thought like it was almost a little bit more of a comedy. But then you had times when you realize like, oh, but like they're lighthearted because this is a drama and this is war and things are crazy. Like they had to go and stitch up a bunch of people just came in like late in the night when they're like having a party. They had to go and rush everybody like into their hospital place. What does MASH stand for again? Something surgical.
Mansion, apartment, shack, and house.
Oh, lols.
Dang it. So, but then the last episode was a little bit flipped, where it was like more the drama of like Hawkeye and like the like shit he'd seen had kind of messed with him. But then like it still had like the light-hearted kind of, it was a little bit more like on the back end. It's just kind of like they've just been through however many seasons of craziness, and they've like gotten through it with a lot of humor, and now it's like wrapping it up.
Alan Alda's in it. I love
And
Alan
he's the best.
Alda.
He was great.
He's great in The West Wing.
I think watching
You should
those,
watch it.
watching MASH made me go, I get it. Why they talk about Alan Alda. Like that's kind of what it did to me. I was like, I get it.
You need to watch some of his educational science videos. Oh, they're so good.
Alan Alda's okay.
Oh yeah.
Is there a first and a last one?
Well, he's got a podcast too. But anyway, check it out.
Really?
Check it out. Claire, why was whatever yours was your favorite?
So I know.
Why was Beetleborgs your favorite, Claire?
I knew that with Of My Six that it was hard to find a strength. But in some ways, it was good to pare it down. But the OC, I felt like, had the best beginning and end with the story arc. connected the characters. It really told a story. Just watching those episodes alone, I watched 2 decent episodes of television, and they didn't do anything weird or uncomfortable. Like when you think about like Will and Grace, like they did that whole like weird flashback forward to the side thing.
Remember when they killed that guy in Will and Grace?
Oh.
And there's lulls. And
Yeah.
like, yeah.
What?
Yeah, that was
That was
surprisingly
one I did
bad.
not watch along when I listened to.
But they
be
sang
honest.
a song together, and that really touched me. So
And I just, so of the 6 that I watched, I would say that the most cohesive story and the most cohesive beginning and end was the OC.
yeah,
Yeah, I can see that.
it was a very solid beginning.
Yeah.
Kind of converse to MASH, where MASH really stuck to the landing. I feel like OC had like a really strong first episode.
Now I want to go to the Joe show.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the Joe show.
So yeah, so you know how MASH had a good ending, OC had a good beginning. Like Buffy had both, man.
I mean, I know this. I love Buffy.
Okay, so I like the last episode more
true.
than the first. The first episode, I mean, it does a little bit to introduce you to like kind of the lore of what's going on, but because Buffy is already like a fully formed character and already knows like what she's supposed to do as the Slayer, like you don't get that as much as from the viewer standpoint. I bet you get more of that from like a few more of the earlier episodes.
Oh,
yeah, we had we conversed about this in the episode a lot about, because I kind of liked how they did that a little bit more than you did, where she was the person that knew stuff, which is weird for a story.
Yeah, it's weird, but
Wasn't
it was
an origin.
I think I just liked the first episode. I give it credit for it being different in that way, in that the main character fully is like knows what's going on, and she's like very sure of what her place is and what she's supposed to do. Like you kind of expected to go into this teen drama with like the main character being awkward and like not knowing her place, but she just like
Like an Alex Mack.
yeah, but like Buffy walks in and just like this quote unquote popular person is like a joker, but whatever, I can use her, and like this nerdy girl who like doesn't have any confidence, like she's actually a good person, I want to hang out with her. Like she's very sure of herself, so that was cool. But then I specifically picked it because the finale like on just like a episode level like was a satisfying finale, because they gave us a giant battle and like all the main characters get to do something. Like Willow does a big thing where she like casts a spell, and like Buffy and her Slayer warriors fight the army, and I can't remember what the other characters do, but they're playing D&D or something, or people die. Like
It was a lot of it was a lot of LARPing for sure.
yeah. So there's a lot. I mean, like all of that from just like a TV show standpoint is great, but then like at least I read it as like an allegory for like what they were trying to say with the show is that like Buffy will be the first of this type where it's about like promoting strong women, but also promoting like weird genre shows, but like it's only going to be the first, and now like we just opened the floodgates, and now there's going to be another, there's going to be more shows with strong female characters, and there's going to be more shows with like weird genre stuff about vampires or witches and stuff. And
I remember
all by Joss Whedon.
it just felt like they're trying to make a statement more than just ending a show, and I thought that was very intriguing for a WB show.
And the statement fit with what they were doing with the show, so it didn't seem shoehorned in.
Mm-hmm.
Were you saying something, Claire?
You
gave up?
I
Did I say what you were going to
I
say?
agree.
You're good. You're
I
good. It
concur.
was just too good. You were too good.
Oh, well, I make good points sometimes. It's whatever. It's cool. It's whatever.
I agree with Joe.
Are you changing your answer?
Yeah.
No, I'm not, because some of the things that he said actually are things that I thought about MASH a little bit. Like, I liked that we came into, like, you come into that episode and they're already like there. It's not like an origin kind of thing. It's not the beginning of the war.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Uh-huh.
It's like they've been there. Yeah. And no strong females though. Really.
Yeah, not
They're
really.
mostly
That's
just
fine,
sexual objects.
Sexual objects. One of my runners
For the
up
most
was
part.
The Americans.
Yeah, and that was on my nominee list for sure.
That was a good first and last.
I feel like The Americans is a good example of what we expect from a first and last in like modern shows. So it kind of fit that mold.
Mm-hmm. or at least what like
Mhm.
I feel like it did a good job of just doing a good job, which it sounds weird because
It was a good pilot,
lot
and a
of
good finale.
because a lot of shows do not a good job of doing a good job.
I just feel like with the way that we watch shows now, especially a lot of times on streaming, like when people figure out a new show for the first time or they get recommended the show, they start from episode 1. So I feel like the pilot episode of a show is so much more important now because you have to hook them from that first episode. Whereas like back in the 90s where you don't have streaming and you don't have DVR, like the first episode you watch is going to be like, you know, a random episode in season 2. And, you know, it's not as important for the first episode to really hook people in.
True.
And then they went back to Russia, so good for them.
They did. Yeah, I was the Americans was on there. The Jersey Shore had some consideration because I feel like I just had the most delight watching the Jersey Shore.
God damn it.
But who actually went on to watch more of that show?
I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
No comment.
No
Pete
X-Men
the
the
cat.
animated series on
Pete-
anyone's high up list?
No, bad finale.
For which one?
X-Men.
Oh my god, yeah. It'll be
It did have a bad.
could have been on my list for like going downhill the most.
It had a bad finale because it got like picked up for random like episodes, and they had to go with some like other production company, so like everything sucks. The last like 6
You're
episodes.
like standing up for X-Men so hard, and
I
I'm
just
glad I
think-
get to see it in person.
I also happened to look at the analytics on it because I was just wondering, and it's also one of the lower played episodes of, and which is huge because summer camp a lot of like our like upticked our listens a lot. Like July there's a big curve.
Straight up marketing,
Yeah.
brah.
July's a big
Got
odd
it.
month.
Do we want to take a break before we go into our other awards, or what are we doing here?
Yeah, I mean we got to get our sponsors in, right?
Yeah, what? I mean, I don't understand why you think anyone sponsors the show, but one day, Claire's gonna make a product and sponsor the show.
Ooh. I like
What do you got?
inventions.
That's
Ooh,
a
I've got a
product.
couple, but I'll save them for next season.
All right, sponsored by Doogie Howsey Murder Doctor. Just kidding. All right, well, we're gonna take a quick break for you. It's gonna once again be like 5 seconds, and then we'll see you back with our own personal awards. All right, we're back. We're doing award stuff.
Woo! Yay!
So every year we, make up some fake awards and, give them out to some shows. This year it's real awards because we got actual trophies that we're handing out.
Yeah, they're
We're going to
huge.
send to the creators of the shows.
We don't have that. We don't have that kind of money. What are you talking about?
We can't even.
We couldn't find anyone's address, so we're just sending them all to Bryan Cranston.
We didn't even make an award for ourselves for whoever's gonna win the season for us, much less multiple awards to give to actors who don't need more awards.
Meh.
They just need fan applause and lovely tweets.
And millions of dollars.
Yeah, that's it.
So I think sounds like we all might have the same category.
Oh, for one of them, yeah.
I know. So yeah, this will just be my first one is for best theme song.
Do
you guys have best theme song?
I always
Yeah.
want it as a category that I have. Should we all try to say it at the same time?
I don't even know that I picked one yet. Did I pick
Should we all
one?
try to sing it at the same
You created
time?
a.
It was really hard because there's a lot of good ones. Just run down some of the notable ones I had. There's like Cheers, OC, Step by Step,
Malcolm in the Middle.
Highlander,
Yeah.
Golden Girls, Charmed, Alex Mack, X-Men, MASH, Buffy.
Beastie.
I think it was
Beast
real-
Wars.
It was really kind of you to add Charmed, considering how much you guys hated it. But
I mean, it has a distinctive theme song.
I
I'll
did
give
get
it that.
texts from people after that episode being like, "Oh my gosh, how did you not know who sang that song?" Which I need to now look back and see who sang.
I
that.
mentioned
I have
it.
no idea what the theme song for Charmed is.
I texted you about that.
Oh,
theme
I
song
could
before.
sing
It's
it, but I won't.
What is the theme song for Malcolm in the Middle? I can't think of it.
You're not the boss of me now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you're not. That
Yeah,
one.
that is a good one. That is a good one. Is that what your favorite?
Nope.
Okay.
I agonized over this. I mean, like, I think OC is like a close second because I think
Oh.
Well, that's just Phantom Planet, isn't it?
yeah, I mean
It's
it's just
already a song.
that song's such a mood, but I think
It's a
OC made me not like that song anymore. I liked that band before
You're
it was
too
on
cool.
OC. Yeah.
No, it took
Oh.
me. OC did that to me as well. It took me a long time to get back to that, but now that's one of those. It is a mood song. Where like, man, I just want to like listen to that song right
yeah,
now.
it just brings you right back to like early to mid 2000s. You just hear that. You're right back there already.
Phantom Planet's one good song.
But I think like if I really had to pick, it'd probably be Highlander.
Highlander.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Oh,
Oh!
I would have.
Here's the thing, though. I can't pick Highlander because, okay, it's by Queen,
Yeah.
and it's a good theme song,
Okay.
but Queen is amazing. That is like a shitty Queen song. Like, it's a
Oh.
good song, but their songs are incredible.
Wait,
Okay.
so you didn't pick this because it's not a good Queen song, but it's
Yeah, no, I'm
obviously
just
the
saying,
best
like-
theme song?
No, it's not. I think, I think Cheers is so classic.
Yeah, that's pretty iconic. So that's your pick is
It's
Cheers?
iconic, yeah. Everyone hears the song and they know that everybody
It's
knows your name.
Cheers.
Everybody knows
Yeah.
your name. No one listens to that Queen song and goes, "Oh, that's the Highlander theme song."
Yeah.
They just
The
listen and go,
I do.
"Is this Freddie Mercury?"
The song overshadows
What
the
is this?
show for sure. I think it's the best part of the show. It's like dun, 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 dun,
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah.
Oh, it's kick ass.
But and every like college freshman piano player can play the opening to Cheers.
Huh. I never learned that, I guess. I learned
How dare you.
That was just because you were sad and alone in your dorm room, though. Not because a teacher told you to learn how to play Phantom
I'm
Planet.
just like in the dorm commons, just like waiting for someone to walk by and like hear me playing.
oh, a
and
girl's
no one-
coming.
Are there girls coming?
I hope her name's California. Sad college Joe. Fun. Okay. Well, I mean, sorry, Jimmy, but the award goes to Highlander because it's two against.
Well,
There's
Does-
just so
doesn't-
many good songs.
No,
Did
it-
it just get 2 awards?
No, I would say that.
I mean, if I had to just pick one of those that just like Desert Island listen to, like you just get one song, like it'd probably be the X-Men theme.
Yes.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but that's a different category than the Desert Island theme song season 2.
Oh yeah, the X-Men theme is
So good.
classic.
I
Yeah.
feel like you mentioned Golden Girls, but that would be.
Like MASH.
Oh, that does.
That's also a classic.
So good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just think
it
think
was a
Highlander
heavy
it's
season.
so in your face.
Yeah.
It was the one
It
that was like,
rocks.
I'm a theme song, and everyone else was like, I'm a good song,
Mhm.
So
So that's what you're looking for, TV show people.
that's what hit me these 25
That's how you
episodes,
can
but
get a First and Lastie, have a really in your face theme song.
whenever those people start writing TV shows specifically for our podcast, remember, well, I mean, we're these First and Lasties are just a cheat sheet for you, really.
Yeah.
This is
That's
what
how
we
you get
like.
awards.
All right. Well, we usually went around. I think we went around and did one at a time,
Yeah.
and we said it and we guessed.
Okay.
That was everybody. So I guess, Joe, why don't you do your next one? Since
Okay.
Claire, I mean, how many do you have, Claire? Did you
3.
make? You do have 3?
But I can like shorten
Oh,
it.
nice.
No, then
Oh,
it's your
perfect.
turn. You're up because we just did 3
We
our
all just
one.
did
So.
one.
Okay. So I didn't choose my own because I got nervous. So I just reached out to others. So one of the awards is actually from 2 people. So it is a Sib pick. It is Luke and Philip on the Luke and Philip and Claire group text. They chose, I had him, Philip's a new listener. And so
Hi,
I kind of,
Phillip.
hey.
Welcome.
So I went ahead and shout out to Beth too, heart you. But I went ahead and said, okay, during the summertime camp summer camp, it took me a second to get there, which was their number 1 show, and they were emphatic and very clear, and they really enjoyed your descriptions, and I had to agree, and that would go to
Alex Mack.
You know it. Yes, absolutely. It was what had it was
Joe, that was your show.
Oh yeah, that was a
it
great
the
show.
Capri
But
Sun?
that was their favorite. The Capri Sun comment was what sealed it. It made them lull the whole episode.
I just thought that was obvious, and it was never
Yeah.
that was never that thing that I said wasn't like a.
It was an
I wasn't
amazing.
even trying to be funny or anything.
No, it was an
Like,
amazing visualization strategy that every time you said it, I knew exactly what it looked like. So it was great. It was great.
It's because
Like
it's
the
exactly what it looks
T1000
like.
exploding.
So that's a thanks to Luke and Philip for contributing.
All right.
Very nice. Very nice. It deserves an award for sure. The first and lasty.
Well, I mean,
Are you guys doing summer camp next time, or is it gonna be like
Next
winter
summer? Winter camp?
camp?
I went to a winter camp once.
Probably
Not
do.
super fun in Minnesota.
Ooh.
Maybe
Not
we'll do
super fun.
maybe we'll do a camp every season, but I don't know. I haven't looked at the calendar for season 3. I don't know if we'll get to summer.
Space camp.
No,
Space
we
camp.
probably won't.
First and last
I
camp.
like
Well,
that
like season
idea.
1, you had the
That just sounds
episode
like
of
sci-fi shows.
You had the chunk of episodes. What was that season 1? I forget now. It was
Vandermonth?
Yeah,
James
Vandermonth.
James Vandermonth? Yeah.
So you had Vandermonth,
We had a
and then you had
Vanderbeek camp.
yeah. It kind of felt like that.
James Vanderkamp.
Okay.
Wasn't that
Ooh.
just 2? Wasn't it just
It was just-
Dawson's
yeah, it wasn't
Creek
even a
and
month.
Don't Trust the Bee?
Yeah.
That's as far as we made it.
But
Beat camp.
you guys called it.
I just wanted to do a
Okay.
month of something since season 1, and then I finally convinced us to go to camp.
Yeah,
That
I like
worked
it.
out.
Good
We got
choice.
Halloween, coming up this fall, and
Well, that's one day.
but yeah,
Ghost
but,
camp.
I'm waiting for your
thing.
Halloween episode.
Oh, I celebrate Spooky Month for sure.
yeah.
Spooky
We
month.
could,
Yeah.
We can do
no
spooky
reason
camp.
we couldn't do spooky
Let
camp.
us know what camp you guys want us to go to in season 3.
Yeah, there you go.
Are you?
It could
Tweet-
get real
tweet at
weird.
us.
Yeah, it could get weird.
Brian Cranston month.
We have been doing a bad job at tweeting at Brian Cranston, like I promised, but I will get back to you, my good man. So it's coming at you. Jimmy.
Yeah, cool.
let's
Alright,
do-
me.
Yeah, let's just go in a circle.
Okay, well, I have best guest, not Claire.
That's fair.
Nah, I'm just kidding. Okay, so this goes with my one of mine I had last season's First and Lasties, and it's the show that we fucked up, year dose, season dose.
So we
Ooh.
fucked up again.
Yeah, we totally did.
Well, ooh.
The
The OC had the break-in of,
Somebody broke into the apartment during the pod.
well, actually, a little bit. We had the
What are you talking
takeover of
oh,
the other
that's when
podcast,
Binge and Purge
Binge
was
and
here.
Purge.
Those fuckers.
So
I
we kind of
forgot
messed that
about
up.
that.
We
That was
kind of
a long-
messed it up.
It feels like forever ago.
I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I'm assuming you mean I'm
That
going with
wasn't our fault.
I'm going with
Okay.
I'm going with Prison Break. But I would
Why?
I would consider that the one you fucked up.
Why did I?
Was
what did
that
I
one
do?
where they like aired 2 episodes of the first night, but there were 2 separate ones?
Well, no. So Prison Break
Well,
was
because it started.
Prison
again?
Break started again, but Jimmy like didn't know that, so he was
Oh.
like talking about. He's like, no, there's like 5 seasons or 6, and I was like, well, there's only 4, and then they like took like a 8-year break, and then they are back in 2017.
No,
But
Because
it's
that'll
basically
happen.
like a
Because
reboot.
half of these fucking shows are
Yeah, we're in
reboots.
a
Yeah.
race against time.
I highlighted I
It
highlighted
literally
them.
just-
Shows are never gonna
Also,
end.
it sounds like I've read since, and it doesn't sound like that's even like canon. Like they kind of rewrote.
We did out of 25 shows, 6 of them have been rebooted.
Dang, that's fun. That's a fun
Stop
stat.
rebooting shows.
Get that.
So yeah,
nostalgia
so what is
dollars.
it?
So what is it?
It was dinosaurs.
Oh, because we started watching
We
the
watched half of an episode that wasn't aired or something.
Oh, like the Charlie Dinosaur one or whatever.
It was the weird one with like Tim Curry was like a voice of a weird,
Yeah.
weird like Barney dinosaur, or like they air things were aired out of order or something.
Well,
for
they
some
had
reason. I
filmed
forget
some
why.
like bonus episodes, and they like just mixed those in for syndication, but
Oh
it
yeah,
wasn't the actual
eventually,
end of the,
yeah,
the
eventually they
series.
got shown,
Yeah.
but it wasn't part of.
So,
the
but on
series.
Hulu, like the last 5 episodes are just bonus ones.
It's random, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is great.
And honestly, now that I think about it, man, Dinosaurs was a really good first and last with like the end of like
Dinosaurs.
the end
in
of
general.
dinosaurs.
The
They're, like,
end of
watching-
dinosaurs as a race.
And it was also like basically kind of like man like destroying the earth because like they like ended themselves by like fucking up the environment.
Yeah.
It was just
good
it's
times.
good. Yeah, like you do.
As you do.
Anyway, yeah, dinosaurs gets a first and lasty for us. Well, really, we get it.
We did this one.
Yeah, we get a broken first and lasty. It's missing like a head and some.
Well, great.
You're up, Joe.
My next one is it's a seasonal award. You compare season 1 to season 2, and you look at the first and lasty for the most improved.
What? Most improved guest?
Yeah,
or
who's
most improved host?
What's most improved? Is it a show? Is it a person? Is it a
Maybe it gives it away if I say
segment?
what, but like it's like it's going to a person, I guess.
Oh, I was
Not a
thinking
real
maybe
human,
food.
like
Like,
it's-
maybe there's a restaurant that really stepped up season 2.
There's a certain person who really stepped it up for season 2.
I mean, I humbly accept the award.
Well, Claire made it to a few more episodes.
That's just because you missed more. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
Joe does look a self-call. This might be a personal award.
I really tightened up my tone in season 2.
got
A lot more
better
Joe
volume.
gems.
Coughed into the microphone less. The award goes to Keri Russell
What?
for
Oh.
going from Felicity to The Americans, which is a much better show.
I would have to agree.
That was good. I
She
like
really
that.
picked it up for season 2. I feel like we should try to find another Keri Russell show for season 3.
Or season 3, you just need. Oh, because she. Oh, yeah. Good point.
But
Keri
post,
Russell, yeah.
But post.
For a second, I thought that
Post-Americans.
Felicity was in season 2. I was wrong.
No.
I got you.
This year has blended together. I mean, in actuality, this is episode 52, so this is technically our 1-year anniversary today.
Aww.
Wow.
Thanks for listening.
Hey guys, we're 1 year old. In 20 years, we'll have a drink with you.
God, we are really old now.
But yeah, so we'll
Went
see.
from one of the worst first and last to the one of the best.
It's
So,
true.
yeah.
She's definitely.
Congratulations, Carrie. You'll get your first and last in the
Felicity is
mail.
an amazing show, and you need to watch it. I have it on DVD.
Yeah.
Just
rough.
wait till winter.
That's when all we do is just
You just
blow
disconnect
through.
the internet.
Yeah, I'll turn the internet back off and only have Felicity DVDs
Oh,
out.
gosh.
Well, just tell me when that happens, Joe, and I won't come visit you at your house. 'Cause that-
Okay, it's not gonna happen.
That's fair. Well, yeah, hey, that was a good one because, man, Keri Russell could just, like, go die in a fire via first season because
Oh,
that was
gosh.
such a bad show.
Oh,
But she did great, and I'm
In all
glad
fairness,
that fire didn't
she-
touch her.
She was. I mean,
Just
I don't
okay.
remember- I guess I don't really. She was fine. Really, J.J. Abrams' fault, right?
Well, I
Whatever.
mean, it was a clip show, so, JJ took a break, and he took, I'm going on vacation. And but it's the last episode. He's like, you'll figure it out.
Do some clips.
Throw her into time.
You know you're gonna do clips.
All right, my next award is the Dear God, Why Am I Still Watching This Show award.
So it implies you kept watching this show.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's Jersey Shore. then.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Nice.
So why are you still watching this show?
Because I live with a girl, and she keeps turning it on.
She loves it so much.
She's really into it.
Season
And
3, I hear you're close.
we're like 2 episodes away from season 3.
How many seasons are there?
6, 7. There's
Have-
like there's
have
like
you-
5 or 6, and then there's the reboot
Plus
that's
the
I think is
spin-offs,
on.
Plus the reboot.
I think the reboot is on Hulu as well.
Have your opinions of them changed? Are there people you like more or less?
Love Pauly D.
Okay.
Really?
Interesting.
Love Pauly D.
Interesting. All right.
I love T-shirt time. I could really talk about the Jersey Shore a
Wow.
lot now.
Is t-shirt time like when you come home from work and you just put on a t-shirt?
No, T-shirt time is
When they go make
when
t-shirts.
they're gonna go out clubbing.
Uh-huh.
Except they don't put on the shirts they're gonna wear, their T-shirts that they're gonna wear to the club until like 5 minutes before the cab gets here, because they don't want to lounge around in the house and get them dirty for the club.
So t-shirt time is right before you leave.
It's pretty much like right before they leave. So they run around the house going, "It's T-shirt time," and they all just start yelling T-shirt time.
Oh man.
I feel like for
great.
Joe, it would be like, it's pants time. I don't know. You just try it out.
See, at first I thought it was a thing where like
Because they
they were just wearing
He
their
does wear
until
pants.
undershirts.
seconds before.
But yeah, I guess that makes sense.
But yeah. So I would say Pauly D's my favorite. Oh, and Angelina came back for the second season.
Whoa.
Oh, I didn't know she left.
Remember, she was the girl that left the Didn't she leave in the?
No, she didn't.
No,
No,
you
never
said
mind.
you were gonna watch to see when she
left
leaves.
early.
Remember when she wasn't in the last episode?
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
She left in the first week of the first season,
Okay.
and then she came back for the second season.
Like
And
they kicked her out after the pilot.
they didn't kick her out. She left.
Oh,
She's like, I can't take this. I'm stupid and awful.
and then they were like,
And now
you
she's
signed a
back and
contract.
stupid and awful.
I don't know. And then she came back. Also, season 2's in Miami, not Jersey,
Okay.
which is weird.
Well, that's just
Still called the Jersey
confusing.
Shore,
That's freaking
but it's in
confusing.
Miami. Well, they're bringing the Jersey Shore to Miami because they're all Guidos or whatever.
Sure.
Mhm.
Bringing the culture.
I'm still
We're
watching
gonna
it.
have to bleep that.
I hate the word I just said.
Yeah.
They call themselves that.
I think it's okay for
That's
them to use
their
it, but
word.
not. Yeah.
for
Come
sure.
on, Joe. I'm talking here.
Their word.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm still watching it. Unfortunately, now it's like when it's on in my apartment. Now I'm like, all right, I'll sit down and watch this.
Yeah, you will.
Do you want another fan award?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got another. My next two awards are actually from the same person.
Okay.
They're from Joe's friend John, and I reached out to him, and in clutch time, he messaged back with awards quick, and they're on point. The first one, it goes to one of you three.
Thank you, John.
Very
Accept the
excited.
award.
It's the best at being accidentally culturally insensitive.
Oh, that's definitely me.
That's
That's definitely me.
I mean,
It's probably me.
it is you. You just did it about 10 seconds ago, and then I could give you this award. So
You earned it.
keep on working on that cultural intelligence. You know, maybe next year.
Well, if I get better, I won't win an award next year.
Oh,
We're gonna start off next season with sensitivity training.
I just got an award for being ignorant. Why
We
would
got a whole HR thing coming down the pike.
Yeah,
so.
we hired an HR person, so
Yeah, we gotta watch a lot of videos later. Also, like about like slipping and falling and stuff. So
those are never fun.
turns out this isn't a safe work environment. So
Luckily, none of us are getting paid, so I think that's okay. Well, hey, thanks for that horrible award.
am I up?
Yep.
You're looking at me like I'm up.
You're up.
Okay, my last one is biggest letdown of season
Ooh.
2.
there's a lot of them.
Is
Yeah,
that a show?
but
it-
great award.
It was a show. Yep.
I mean,
that we watched. And if it helps, I forgot that I even watched this show. Like
Alright, well,
I
that-
scrolled through season 2 episodes, and I couldn't tell you a single thing about it. I had to
forgot
go
that
on
it happened?
Netflix and start watching the episode. And even while I was watching it, I could not remember. So I had to listen to the pod and hear us talking
Oh
about it.
god.
Wow,
I'm
your
still
brain
this
deleted
was
that.
so bad that I apparently just chose to forget.
Was it step by step?
No,
No,
I
no,
really
that-
enjoyed
That was,
it.
that was a great show. It's one of two. I know
Okay.
it's one of two. It's either Jericho or Pretty Little Liars.
Okay.
That's what I think.
I'm going to tell you that I remember Pretty Little Liars because I remember my wife
Yeah.
hated me that whole
Because he
episode.
kept talking about how it was
That's my
witch.
next award closest to getting me divorced in season 2. It's a season by season.
Constantly teetering.
Well, then it's Jericho.
It is absolute
Yeah.
Jericho.
Nice.
And man,
Yeah.
like I feel like in theory it's a good show. It had a lot of intrigue, a lot of what's going on. Like there's a lot of conspiracy.
I remember I kept talking about how like, oh man, I think I would watch this show if it was on HBO.
Mhm.
When like there's like 2 seasons of this show I could
I'd
watch.
watch the show if it were executed better.
Yeah, you were really into like watching this show, but like not the ones that were available to you.
Yeah.
It's yeah, in theory, cool concept. In practice, it's just a shitty X-Files is basically what it was.
It's got Skeet.
without monsters or aliens.
Yeah, and Skeet.
You got some Skeet though.
You never know when he's about to try
I'm
to.
still not sure who Skeet is. Who's Skeet?
He's Skeet. He was the killer in Scream.
Yeah.
That wasn't Matthew Lillard.
Matthew Lillard, that's his name.
Matthew.
We saw him in a thing.
All right.
All
right.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Joe, you got one more. You got one more, right?
Yeah, I got one more, and this one I'm excited about.
Nice.
So we were talking earlier about
Biggest letdown.
reboots,
Mm-hmm.
but I hate the term reboot as we use it, or not just we, but like as we use it about shows in 2018, because a lot of these shows that are coming back, they're not really being rebooted; they're just continuing. Like
Yeah, that's true.
Roseanne or Gilmore Girls are just continuing. It's just another season.
Right.
So, but I wanted to give even though I hate the idea that all those shows are coming back, I wanted to give the award for like the best case scenario for a show coming back to do another season.
Wait, that you think would be good, or
Yeah, that I
it
think would be
is? Oh, okay.
Yeah, if they actually came back and did another season of this show.
Oh, man.
Before we guess
Can I
that,
see
I want to
the
go to
list?
my third award, which is I'd be into a remake or a reboot of
Whoa.
said
Okay,
show.
but did you actually mean remake?
I meant I didn't want them to. Yeah, I meant like take the show's concept and just be
and
like
redo it.
and redo the show.
Okay, because mine's a continuation.
So you want yours to be So if you
Okay.
continue the show,
Yeah.
that's yours.
Uh-huh.
Mine is a literal like remake.
Okay,
Now I see how that using reboot is confusing.
right?
That
Yeah.
now we just experienced it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Joe's continuation.
Joe's is okay.
Okay.
New season,
Scroll.
present day.
Is it any? I mean, is it going to give it away if you? Is it any of the ones that are scheduled to already continue?
Yeah.
Or
No,
or
not, at
are
least,
currently like Prison
at least
Break
not that
and
I know
Jersey
of.
Shore and
Is it a cartoon or live action?
live action.
I would hope so.
I kind of want to say Alex Mack
Okay.
because
Ooh.
that'd be like, she'd be like a full-fledged adult, like with superpowers. It'd be like she'd be like a mom. Would her kids have powers?
I don't know.
Who knows? I'm going Alex
Jimmy,
Mack.
do you have a thought?
Man, as
Really
I
thinking
scroll
hard.
through, the continuation, right? We're on Joe's. We're on Joe's, not Josh's.
Yeah.
A reboot, not a remake.
I'm gonna say Cheers, because like Ted Danson's back.
Yeah.
Kelsey Grammer just did that.
So it's even like post Frasier.
Netflix show. Yeah, like
Okay.
Frasier's just made it back to Boston.
Okay.
Woody Harrelson's great.
Yeah. So it was Alex Mack.
Yeah.
I'll
Oh.
say briefly, I'd thought about like if Malcolm in the Middle might be cool, like because just there's the kids and you could all see what they're all up to now. Another one that I thought would be interesting is Golden Girls, because there'd just be just Betty White just like living on her own.
I
like,
miss all my
everyone else.
friends.
yeah.
That's so sad.
But I have a quick synopsis for the new pilot of Alex Mack. So yeah, so she's
Excellent.
an adult. Where we leave off at the end of Alex Mack is she has the antidote, and we don't know if she takes it or not to like get rid of her powers. So we shoot to Alex Mack in the future. She's got like a husband and kids and is living a very normal life. But then it's revealed to us that she actually didn't take the antidote and has just been using her powers like here and there, mostly living a normal life, but like just zapping stuff here and there. Like she'll go and
No
like
one's looking.
yeah, she'll go and
IG
like
move genius
gamble
style.
on sports and just like alter the results by just like, knocking stuff over, but
Or
mostly
Bewitched.
not using her powers. And then like the corporation comes back and they're trying to find like the people that have these powers again. So, but she still has the antidote and is thinking like, should I take the antidote now to like protect my family and like stay anonymous, or should I try to somehow keep my
Ooh.
powers? So, but then she ends up taking the antidote and like you think like everything's cool, but then she's like saying goodnight to her like 7-year-old daughter and like puts her 7-year-old daughter to bed. And then when she leaves the room, 7-year-old daughter just like puddles, slips out the window and like goes to a park, which are like savvy viewers would be like, oh, I knew it. I knew the kid would have had powers. But she goes to the park and meets like a bunch of other kids and they're all just like, all right, ready? And then they start like zapping
So it's
the
a
sky.
Nickelodeon show. I thought maybe you were trying to do like an HBO show. Like
No, because it'll be surrounded. I mean,
It's a kid show.
No.
Family friendly, at least.
Because like Alex Mack is still gonna be the main character.
Like Freeform.
Yeah, I was saying ABC Family, but same thing, right?
Yeah, it's not. It's Freeform now.
I
Maybe
envision
Lifetime?
Alex Mack still being the main character, but like she doesn't have the powers anymore. It's her kid, and how can she protect her kid?
Okay.
Yeah, I could see it on a Lifetime.
Tight.
HGTV.
I'd watch that pilot.
Right?
Yeah.
So no, but so like she meets the other kids in the park. So there's not even just Alex Max's kid. There's a bunch of other kids that have powers.
I like it, but they're all.
But
that
how, as an adult,
same-
am I interested in these children?
Because Alex Mack cares
Nostalgia.
about them, so then
Okay.
you care
Yeah.
about
Okay,
them.
I'm with you.
You've seen shows with kids before, right?
Eh.
Or
You're a teacher.
Clearly for adults. Like,
Do you hate kids?
No.
Just TV kids. And real kids.
That's fair.
so a reboot then?
Yep. So mine would be one of these shows that we watched that I would be like, I think it was a good concept, but I think
Okay.
just people could redo, just name it the same thing, same exact concept that's happening, and then go from there. But write it like shows are written today. Make it good.
Right. So I mean, we talked about Jericho, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of one that I feel like could use a do-over.
Mhm.
Other ones that would be interesting, or maybe MASH,
Dr. Quinn.
a more current MASH.
Iraq Mash.
I'll
or
be
even
honest. I don't think they could do a good MASH today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I don't think they could be better than it was. I just think MASH was the right kind of show at the right time.
True. I feel like trying to do the OC again would be just kind of redundant.
Yeah.
I hope you're gonna say Big Bag Beetleborgs.
Power Rangers Zeo. No.
If only there were more Power Rangers.
Man, if
series.
there's only more Power Rangers.
Man, I don't know.
Jericho.
Jericho.
Okay,
Yeah.
There you go.
Nice. Yeah.
I feel like just like watching things like how The Walking Dead has been, and kind of shows like that where
Mhm.
they can really dive deep into like the disparity of man and make things a little darker and just kind of like have people, I don't know, it just seemed like they had like power and everything, and they seemed like everything was totally fine for most of the part.
Yeah.
Like the
it
country
definitely-
the country broke up, and there was like some sort of like new civil war in the last episode.
uh-huh.
But I don't know, none of it ever seemed like there was any weight to it.
Yeah, it definitely fits. Like the concept of it fits. I can imagine like the creators of Jericho like seeing something like The Walking Dead take off and just being like, "Man, what the hell? Like we were doing that."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and so that's what I'm saying. It's like it didn't connect like a show like that did.
Uh-huh.
But I think there's a reason for that. It just didn't quite feel how it should have felt.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe wasn't the right time and wasn't the right network.
Yeah.
But
It was kind of campy.
mhm.
Definitely.
Acting wasn't great.
I mean, I'm not saying we need the same actors. We can get rid of Skeet. It can be somebody else. John Hamm. I don't know.
Yeah, that's definitely something that would take off as just like a Netflix series, right? Like you just plop in 9 episodes of New Jericho and there you go.
I'd watch that.
Yeah.
I just figured this was the season of
I would watch New Jericho.
female leads in reboots, so I was like, why don't
Ooh,
reboot?
you're replacing Skeet with like a lady, like a
Oh, sure, I don't care.
like a
Ooh.
Hayden or something.
Well, the other thing is, I said it. She sings country music while
Gross.
she's saving the world.
Who would it be? Who's the strong female right now? Shalize? What's her name? Theron?
Are you trying to say
Charlie-
Charlie's third?
Charlize?
Charlize?
Charlize? Right?
It's
Is that how you say it?
Charlie.
Charlize.
It's Charlie Turin.
Okay, well, whatever it is,
Charlize
We know what you're
Theron.
talking about.
you got the job.
She could be in my show. Sure,
Alright.
it's my show now. Claire, did you one more?
I do.
All right.
I think this one's great.
Better be ending the show on it. Ending the pod.
It's pretty good. So this is a fan pick for best episode.
Ooh. Best pod.
Best
episode?
pod. So like overall, and I have to agree with it. So
season 1 count or is this only season 2?
This is only season 2. So what
So
do you
this
think
person
the
has
fans?
listened to every
Yeah.
episode of season
I think
2.
Alex Mack is pretty good. I think Jersey Shore is pretty good.
Man.
I really liked
don't know if
the
I
Joe.
know.
I liked when we started the Joe show in Nashville, so I kind of liked that.
Oh, Nashville. Yeah, I think Nashville's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, even though I didn't like the show Nashville, I think the Nashville pod, we all had a lot to say.
But man, dinosaurs was fun.
I wanna say that it's wait, how recent did you ask this person this? Because an episode
Today.
aired yesterday. Okay.
You think Prison Break?
I want to say Prison Break because
Because
Joe
Joe's
wasn't
not
here,
on it.
and yeah, because it's just Josh and I.
that show's
He likes
missing-
the show
it's
better.
missing a little something. It's
Likes
missing
the
like
pod better as a
little,
duo.
Yeah. All right. Spill
What
it.
I'm impressed by is that a lot of the episodes you guys listed are ones that were very interesting to listen to as a avid fan. But they chose one, and Joe, you're right. It is the one about a beach in New Jersey that is called
About
The
a
Jersey Show. Jersey Shore. I can't even say it.
The Jersey Show.
So yeah, and I would say that episode, I listened to it today at work again, and I was laughing like embarrassingly.
I think in that one, when you listen to it, you can just like hear the delight in our voices. Like, we clearly like had fun watching those episodes.
They were fun, but there's no fucking way that first episode of that show was like the 4th best episode of TV since 2000. I'm sorry.
outrageous.
That guy who wrote that list is a dummy. That was not.
It's
Man,
just clickbait.
It's good.
It's just clickbait lists.
Well, it was your fans' favorite episode of y'all.
Nice.
I didn't. Yeah, I
there you
didn't
go.
know.
Fan?
I thought we had a great time watching
Fan
it. I'm
pick.
just. I was just saying that pilot was not.
I know.
And that's maybe that led to it being such a good podcast episode because I know I was not. I did not believe in that
outraged.
guy's pick. I was outraged.
I'm not sure, but it was a great episode.
No TV has made me still as mad as Felicity, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Such a good show.
That was also the episode we stopped taking painkillers, so we were in the best shape of our lives.
It's true.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I guess I'll give an update. Mike has not
God.
yet stopped drinking.
Oh God.
I mean, we don't see him take
Is he just
painkillers.
nose
but
diving or like?
He's being real bad at the
Oh,
end of season
no.
2.
Mike.
Yikes.
There is a situation.
Do you think that MTV has to like cover their health insurance the rest of their lives because they basically like induce alcohol poisoning for?
No,
No.
not at all.
Oh,
No,
I would
not
put
at
that in
all.
my contract.
No, you sign a contract saying like we're just gonna videotape you. Here's a bunch of money. That's it.
And
If you
we-
die, you
and we
die. That's what the
own-
contract
I
says.
hope to have a health savings account.
That's what
'cause
the
we're gonna
Northern
need
Shore
it.
contract says. If you die, you die.
Oh, rough
that's
times.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's the shore.
I want to give this to you, Jimmy, because I don't want to figure it out.
Yay.
But before we run away at the end of season 3, we have to deem a winner
Yep.
of who scored the most points in season 2.
We did the tallies.
Who won first season? Was it you, Jimmy?
No, it was me.
It was
Nice.
Joe. Yeah.
Reigning
So
champ.
reigning champion Joe.
Yeah.
Will he get dethroned?
Yeah.
Find out next.
So
We're
I'll
not
tell
going
you-
anywhere.
yeah. I was like, what?
One more sponsor.
Next episode.
Find out next week.
Okay, so I'll tell you who it wasn't. It wasn't my wife Michelle, who just had one episode, Pretty Little Liars. She got one right. Great
One for
job.
one.
Jeff, our friend who was on the Step by Step episode, he got 2.
He
that
did great.
episode.
Jeff was great.
Have we found out because his caveat to being able to come back on the show was he had to watch all of Step by Step before he was allowed back on the podcast.
I'll check back in with him
You know,
on
let's
that.
check up on him.
Claire, all that we had tallied for you was 6 because you took home some of your points sheets.
I'm sorry. I'll get
So
back
we're
to you
not
on the
sure.
And the
actual points.
listeners
not
didn't
sure.
get back to us this year like they did last year.
So add those up and add 6 and let us know if you actually won this season. or
I
not.
definitely didn't.
Because the winner only got 8 points.
But still, 6 on like that one episode or something that we found the sheet for. It was pretty good.
Hey, 6 points and you were in 6 or 6.
Hey.
I'm telling you, 1 point per episode is great because we
Yeah.
definitely don't get 1 point. Per
That's
episode.
true.
That's true.
That's true.
I bet the winner doesn't have
Um,
25 points.
I also didn't win.
What?
Doesn't that break
I
your
thought you
heart?
would have won.
Man, I feel like you
No.
started the season off strong as hell.
I was hot and then I got wild and I've had a real rough streak for a while. So
You gotta rein it in with
yeah,
things like octopus monster and cowboy hats.
you know,
An octopus
yeah.
wearing a cowboy
So
hat.
it's between me and Joe, huh?
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you gonna take
Is it
the
like a
gold
drum roll,
home?
or-
Well, like you for sure didn't win, right? Like I thought Jimmy would have won.
Well, like
I don't know, man. I had some pretty good late episodes.
Yeah, but midway through, you were behind.
Yeah, I thought I was.
You were kind of deep.
I already thought I would have lost Jimmy, so I'm already
Yeah.
farther than I thought I would.
Yeah, that's true.
So am I gonna get 2 awards tonight or only 1?
Josh won.
Oh!
How is that possible?
He played pretty safe this season. He made sure.
Sneaky. I like
Maybe that's just
it.
indicative of how bad we all did. Because like, how many points did he get?
He got 32.
What?
Joe, I also blame you
How many-
not
Joe,
actually
you got
taking...
28.
Oh, dang.
Okay.
I feel like 28 would have won last season, right?
Probably.
Whoa.
We're gonna have to listen to
I have it on the Google sheet.
So will
but-
you keep better track next year, Joe, now that you didn't come in first?
There's actually
Absolutely not.
there's actually quite a possibility that I won almost based on the technicality of the fact
Because I
that
keep track of all our
on their
points.
sheets that we keep track of
That's
our
a good
points
point.
that we didn't know all your points.
I think we got all my points marked from when we looked at the sheets.
We didn't keep as great a track this year.
I'll
this
take it.
Season.
Yeah, winner.
All
right.
A new era.
I'd like to
started.
thank my listeners for allowing me to predict so good at the end of the season. You've really given me the power to beat these 3 people down.
32 for 25.
So what were-
32 for 20. I really thought the winner wasn't going to get like 25 points.
Yeah, same.
I did like I think in the Americans I had a really good one. There was a couple episodes that I had like 4, 3, 5 points like in the last like 10 episodes.
Yeah,
I like
that was the thing too. Is we started to get wild with our like pre-show bets and like over and unders and stuff, where we did not do that in the first season, and I never took those very seriously.
got to take him seriously. Only 1 vampire kill in the first episode of Buffy gets me a point every time. Gets me a point every time. Cool. Wow, man, this is great. We should just end the podcast forever right now.
Just go out on a high
Go
note.
out on a high note. Jimmy's like, 1 more season. I need.
So yeah, I need to redeem myself. So wait, what were your 2? You won, and then what was your other?
It was for-
Cultural insensitivity award.
Okay.
Well, accidentally being culturally insensitive.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hurt people's feelings.
You just do.
I just do. But that's, I mean, that's life. I'm learning.
Okay, great. Okay. You always got to be learning.
Always gonna. If you're not learning, you're dying.
Oh, I should put that on my classroom door.
Right.
It's like a threat.
Oh,
If you're not
God.
learning, you're dying.
Yeah, I don't think a teacher can write that on her. All right, students, welcome to my class. If you're not learning, you're dying.
Okay, take it back.
Some kid's just like, I don't get it. And then you just point to the sign in the back.
There's a javelin into his chest.
Oh, never.
What happened to little Johnny? Well, he didn't want to learn. Now he's dead.
I'm just envisioning like some kids giving you guff and you just drag the finger across the throat. Just, you're dead to me, Timmy.
Never.
Well, season 1 of episode 3,
Yeah.
episode 53
Uh-huh.
of First and Last is going to be Wings,
Cool.
assuming that in a week you 2 are still dating.
All right.
Are we still watching this show?
We got to hold it together for a week.
I think we can make it happen.
I don't think I'm here next week.
Huh?
What day is this?
I mean, this is the first we have heard of this.
Yeah, I think I'm going to Dubai next week.
All right. Well, good thing.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Joe and Claire are available.
We'll
I'll
see you
phone
next,
in.
See you next week for Wings. Jimmy's going to phone in from
Dubai.
the top of the Burj Khalifa.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the tallest building in the world. Josh.
I didn't know what it
Be
was.
culturally.
I didn't even say
Oh
anything.
my gosh.
I'm gonna say nothing bad about anybody all season 3.
Great.
First lie. First lie.
Yeah, is that a
There's a negative
good
every
start.
time you say something.
is that a season 3 resolution? You resolve to never say anything
Oh,
offensive.
resolutions?
No, I can't do that.
Okay.
No, I can't.
I
I don't think anybody can make that resolution. Like say I'm never gonna say anything bad. You're gonna say something bad.
I'm gonna resolve to always say everything good.
You are?
Yeah. I'm gonna work out more.
I think my goal is to get. Stay tuned for Jim Joe, the Jim Joe show.
Yeah.
It'll be all about the t-shirt.
Just every week, just start out the episode. So I'm here with Joe. Hey, did you work out today?
Every week, what do we want to know is I want to know your weight, your BMI, and
Check it every week.
what you did at the gym that day.
Keep me accountable.
Yeah, we'll keep you accountable.
So it's like, yeah, this week I did pull stuff. Next week will be push stuff.
All week, Paul. We only watch shows just with like super fit people in it. Nothing, fit people in it, or like people that are unfit that are attempting to like better themselves. We only watch motivational shows.
Okay.
Is Wings motivational?
Sure.
I hope so.
And Claire said sure. So we're good. Cool. Well, if no one has any problems, I'm going to end this episode.
No, all right. That's violent.
Really?
Yikes.
Well, it's not season 3 yet, so I could still be mean. Well, everybody, we appreciate you for once again sticking with us for another whole season of First and Last. Stay tuned next week for Wings, which I assume is going to be me, Joe, and Claire.
I can be here.
And Jimmy will phone in from Dubai. We don't get a phone call from you.
I mean, it might be like, can you call on WhatsApp?
I don't know. Just leave a voicemail or something.
Facebook.
We'll figure it out.
Facebook call.
We'll figure it out. Well, until then, if there's any of these sweet, sweet episodes you haven't listened to, go back and listen to them. Send us any of your First and Lasties. Maybe there's an award you wanted to give that we didn't give. Hit us up.
Yeah.
Give us that tweet. That sweet, sweet tweet.
Sweet. Like,
so
subscribe,
weird.
5 stars. Anything else? Poke us.
Leave us some comments.
Post some e-props on our Zangas.
Say hi to Ted. What was that MySpace guy?
Tom from MySpace. This one's for you.
This one's to you, Tom. All right. Thank you, everybody. And you guys have a good week. Okay, bye. Everyone else says goodbye.
What?
Joe still doesn't say goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you, Claire.
Peace out.